Hello, my name is Shuttley and welcome back to another episode of Colombian Space Initiative Supreme Ruler Ultimate, and in previous episode we did notice that we were the richest country in the world, although we've noticed that before already, but we did fight a little bit over here, if I remember correctly. In between the episodes I've got onto the river over here, and it's been fairly calm on the eastern front now, but that's good, and it's actually fairly calm in most areas. There was a bit of naval battles around here. The USA sent some battleships and such down here to do some damage, but we sank pretty much all of them, although some of these ships really need to be repaired now. So that's a bit of an issue, but I'll send them to be repaired. And also, one thing that I did is I managed to retake this island back. It took quite a bit of time and effort. We lost 3 units of Green Berets there, but it's fine. We're now building a bridge over there. We've got our engineers helping a little bit, so it will be constructed quicker, and then we can get most of those troops out there. I'll probably leave a bit of a garrison there, just in case they try that again. And we've been building up some infrastructure down here to slowly retake actually take all of the remaining pockets down here. There shouldn't be any units though, so that's good. But as I promised last time, today we will be taking Oklahoma. Or Oklahoma City, at least. But let's start by doing a grand assault towards the air base. So we'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Oh, no, some of them are still part of that. Okay. 1, 2, 3... Oh no, that's the entire group, right? Yeah, the entire group. And then from here we can actually move some of these infantry units to garrison that instead. The idea is that we'll destroy the airbase so that they can't repair in there at least. Nor can they rebuild. Like, we can see already that there's a lot of very damaged units in there which are now flying away. But that is definitely not the entire air force that they have there. So this is going to be, well, actually not as painful as I thought it would be. I'm slightly surprised. Well, let's park ourselves there. And now we've got some infantry over here that can keep on attacking. Let's take the elite forces from there and elite forces from here. Get them in there. Then we've got some of the tanks, which we can send on the flank. We'll slowly push towards the city. And money is currently a bit low because I did have about 3 or 4 billion, more or less. Then I started repairing some areas in England, mostly the Kent region, because it got damaged pretty hard. There's still a couple of buildings over here that are being repaired, but for the most part not too many. And yeah, that's actually about it. I mean, it's been fairly slow playing between the episode. Like, I haven't been doing all that much in terms of attacking or anything. Got a bit more infantry down here that we can send forward. Those seem to be going down rather nicely. Okay, they got a supply truck over here. We captured the gas fields, that's nice. Let's take all the infantry from there and there. And luckily we got the roads kind of covered right now, so they can't send reinforcements at least from northwest or southwest to the area here, so we should be fine for the most part. And luckily these are actually not too badly located, so we can first take out the garrison in Norman, then we can take out Yukon, and then the Oklahoma City itself and so forth. So yeah, this should actually be a rather easy battle, I reckon. Then we can go further towards Tulsa maybe and take the barracks in Muskogee, and there's actually another barracks down there. What I have actually done in between the episodes also is I started building up some, well, build the land production over here in Fort Sam Houston, just so that we can, you know, have some support. And I did capture the place where the Canadian tank was, and it didn't actually fire back, so we didn't kill it. And I like that. That at least means that we're not having to fight Canada yet. Which, as I've said before, is probably the biggest trade partner at this point that we have, even though they don't really buy much directly from us. But, you know, selling stuff into the world market, and they buy it from the world market. And we get money. Alright, tank. That is going to go... Oh, it's moving south, but we got the artillery that... Oh, well, there we go. That's dead. Now, you do need to pull back, though. Alright then, well, that's the first one. Let's attack over there, weaken the garrison a little bit. Send one of the elite forces to this group. What I'll do is I'll shuffle them around a little bit. So, once this group is... or once the infantry is here, I'll move this entire group to the road to the northwest, or southwest, technically, of Oklahoma. And then, now that these are running out of supplies, I'll pull them back. There we go, that should then... Oh, they didn't actually go down, all of them. Ah, we got a supply depot in here. I'll be building up some supplies so we can actually push forward eventually to the... well, I suppose to the next barracks up there. We did capture this area. So we can potentially push into El Paso as well in the near future. Right, let's move you around that way. Now, since the infantry is relatively slow, it's going to take quite a bit of time for us to reach there, so it might well be that the garrisons will then be pulled back a little bit. I suppose is what I'm thinking about here. Oh, and one thing that we also did is we built a radar down here so we can actually see if there's enemy planes approaching, and they haven't really been much lately. So it could be that we've done so much damage on the enemy air force already in the region, although I'm sure that they've repaired the planes that they have in the east here. It's been so long without any combat. And also getting some technologies. No new units quite yet, though. Although we're getting this America transport, which does a bit of damage on ground units, does a lot of damage on submarines, but it cannot spot any. But, you know, it is a really good ship for going along with some escorts. So this can supply the escorts. Actually, how much is the carry capacity again? I know that I've seen it. Oh, there we go. 5,100 tons. Oh, and actually, the speed is 37 kilometers per hour. I wonder, what are the speeds on our escorts then? For example, the Yugumos. Your speed is a lot bigger, actually, but nonetheless, it should be useful. And yeah, they went down to 2 garrisons there, so we should be able to destroy those rather nicely. They're gathering up some troops over there, so let's send our tanks instead to cut off that railway. There we go. Now we can get into the city. You can get to the crossroad. No, first go there. Okay, now they are sending in reinforcements, but is it going to be enough? Probably not, actually. No, we're pushing them back to north. Oh, they took back Norman. Oh, that's not good. Okay, well, I'll get you to the crossroad then. Just to get some extra firepower, because you need to pull back. And there's still a lot of garrisons in there. Okay, good. The unit survived. Moving some of the infantry in. So we're going to get the upgrade defense in 23 days, according to this. We're actually now gaining some money again, because I did have to lower the research funding. I had upgraded all up the funding between the episodes, but now it's back to the levels that it was before. We're going to actually send you to Norman, I reckon. Because we can kill the garrison in Oklahoma rather quickly. And there's not that massive garrison in here, so we can send in these tanks to help. You probably need to pull back. I'll leave the rest of you in there for the time being. Move you in. The elite force unit over here probably wants to pull back already. We can send in some of the tanks into Oklahoma. And there we go. That's fallen. Now we're taking Oklahoma. Right, well, oh. They are sending planes. Where do they have the closest airfield then? It's coming from north, but I'm not entirely sure where exactly they have the airfield. Okay, how many? Oh, it's 6 garrisons in Shawnee. That's gonna be... Well, it's actually not that bad. We just need to recover some of our troops first. But that's about it. I shall send you to be repaired as well. So it's Fort Worth that they are repairing in, because that's the closest area. We can probably bring in the aircraft guns somewhere closer as well, to give a bit of a counter to any enemy planes flying in the region. Now, we do have some troops down here that we could start pushing further north, although we don't have that massive amount of troops in the region. Let's move on the railway. I mean, if we could hold the railway somewhere around here, we can then take that one, then maybe even push to the military complex. Although there's probably some units in there. I'm not entirely sure what units they would be. I have a suspicion that there might be quite a bit of artillery. You probably need to go somewhere down there. And then we got the warrior elites down here that can move forward. We got more infantry down here. We got some tanks over here. Let's keep them moving. So I guess Tulsa is our next target. Right after Shawnee. Get some extra tanks there just for the firepower, really. Okay, these warrior elites need to pull back already. Submarines, well, oh! Because apparently there's some enemy ships going through here. I wonder if they're trying to go to that one again. Because that is where they were trying to do some bombardment earlier, but I destroyed at least one of the battleships. And we got on a few more facilities just completed here. So we produce even more consumer goods now. Of course, the price market was actually still quite nice. 6,000 per ton. So I'm not too worried about that then. Although now with the extra production, it may have an effect on that. To a certain degree anyway. Well, let's go ahead and chase down those artillery. Oh, no, they're actually running. Can't say that I'm surprised. Okay, they got some tanks there. Not tanks, artillery there. But they might not be seeing us quite yet. 2 artillery and probably 1 to 3 garrisons there. Shouldn't be too bad. I also got some tanks over here that we probably don't need too much. I'm going to start sending them towards Pine Bluff. And then towards Little Rock. Now then, do we have... I'm going to send in these 2 further along here. I prefer to have a bit of a defensive over here still, because we don't know if they have any troops attacking from the north yet or not. So I'll prefer to play it safe, so to speak. That is an industrial complex, so these 3 might be enough to actually break through there. Is that... No, that's not on the river. So they cannot even retreat. Well, they can technically, but they don't have a good direction to retreat to. There we go. Let's go ahead and take that. We can activate the garrison, see if there's any troops there. Okay, there's at least 1 tank repairing there. Now, we can move in further down this way. We've got some infantry. Still water might be a good idea to capture before we go to Tulsa. Okay, we don't actually have a lot of supplies around here yet. And they got artillery over there bombarding us. Is that... That's a town with a barracks, okay. Over here we are at least capturing that. We'll probably go all the way in there. Is there? Okay, we do have at least one of these here. They are sending quite a few planes though. Alright, let me send these over here to be a bit better location for the current operations. Okay, push that one back. Let's actually get even closer to that. Now the infantry can start moving north. Over here we'll keep the infantry where they are. Oh, actually, I will send the warrior elites to defend that. In the cities they can defend fairly well, I reckon. Even though they're not good at assaulting cities, but defense is quite different kind of beast. Let's get you over there. Oh, they got two of these here. You bastards. Well, now you got 0. In that location, at least. So I have my revenge. Oh, right, and we've got another 2 anti-air guns down there, which I'm actually going to take over there. To give a bit of protection against the enemy plane. So where are they heading out from? I suppose the easiest way to check that would be... First, let's check the air base. There's not really any air bases nearby, like it goes all the way to Atlanta. And then airfields? An airfield down here in Nashville, which I suppose does track, and there's another one down here in Pensacola. But no, it seems like it's mostly coming from Nashville to that location at least. That is actually a lot of planes just circling around there. Alright, let's get you further. I actually wonder, can we push to that one? Are we resupplied? Not fully. We'll have to pull those troops back, I reckon. At least they are dispersed. Now then, we've got the infantry in here. Let's send you the still water. We can send in the tanks to give a bit of a support attack. Actually, we can send those tanks in as well. And let's bring in the artillery down there. Back to 2 billion. Almost. Oh wow, we are actually getting a lot of money. I wonder, are we actually selling everything still? No. Something else that we're not selling anymore. Okay, food is not the problem. Nor is the rubber. Still selling timber, still selling a lot of petroleum. Petroleum, okay, there's still profit margin there. Coal we are selling... Oh! We're no longer selling ore. I mean, we just need to drop the price, quite frankly, and then that should be fine. Okay, these two need to pull back because they've run out of supplies, and probably the same with the other 2 tanks. But the infantry should be able to break that now, especially with the help of the artillery. We've got another 2 tanks here, which we could technically send further north. And we've still got defensive troops in here, fairly good defensive positions. Although I might actually send a couple tanks down there, just in case they try to flank us. There we go. Now you can entrench in this town there. Send the tanks over here. So Tulsa is probably the next target. We got some infantry over here for that. And we have repaired another 2 units. So let's send them over there. Also, how is the bridge coming along? Not quite done yet. Once it is, so we can then move a lot of these units up north, and those should help a decent bit pushing to some urban areas. It won't be easy, but it can be done. But that would be light forest. Yeah, I think Tulsa is going to be the best option to go to, because there's I mean, they will be bombarding from Muscovy for a while. But, yeah, if we take Tulsa, we're going to then take Broken Arrow, the industrial complex over there and here, and then go towards the barracks. So most likely there's going to be quite a bit of casualties on the way. Let's get the anti-aircraft guns slightly closer as well, because I have a feeling that they will try to send in air force once we start attacking there. I still haven't resupplied those. You can keep on attacking. We can start moving towards Hot Springs. And take the infantry from here as well. Start moving north. Oh, they're still sending the anti-aircraft guns. Okay, let's send in... Oh, they're sending in their air force, so let's just send the aircraft guns next to the tanks. Give a bit of a support. Because that seems to be the place that they are trying to break us right now. Keyword here is trying. Okay, we didn't actually attack... Oh, wow. We might need some reinforcements. Or we may need to do the usual tank operation where we go in, destroy one on garrison, then pull back. Wait to resupply and then attack again. That has worked quite well in the past. I could hear some fighting. Now the question is, where is that? Oh, submarines have been going back to resupply. Get you over there. Now, there is fighting somewhere. Wait, is this? Oh yeah, this is still the same construction completed. Ah, I see. Let's go ahead and deal with the Chinese for a little while. Set that battle line there. I'm not entirely sure why, but they managed to take the city there again at some point after I had taken it back. So I've left some of the tanks in there for the time being. I mean, it could just be a battleship destroyed the garrison or something. I don't know, I wasn't paying attention. Now then, how are we doing here? We've got another 2 units that have been repaired. Let's send them further north. Got the infantry. Right, let's do a tank assault here. Destroy garrison L2. That seems to be going fairly well. Just need to wait for a little bit longer, and then we can probably pull back already to resupply, because it usually takes quite a bit of time to destroy 1 or 2 of them. Once you start destroying them, it gets faster and faster. The reason why I'm doing this, like I'm resupplying, letting them go back down, or yeah, go back into the city, is because then there's going to be only 5 units, and thus there's only 5 units shooting, so I will be taking a lot less damage. Right, well, let's get you over there. You can attack Tulsa as you weaken it a little bit. Oh, that's another Canadian tank there. I can hear some submarines. Oh, yeah. Looks like they were trying to send something through here. Okay, how are we doing in terms of supplies? We still have a... okay, not much, in fact. Let's pull you back. In fact, I will send you to be repaired, and then let's have a look at this side. Are we resupplied? We are. Alright, let's move in. We can move in the infantry as well now. I think this is going to be kind of the final combat for that city. You might want to pull back already. Seems to be going fairly well. And we are gaining money. If we have a look at the total money situation, we are the richest by far. Because we're not buying from other countries, or the world market in general, so we save quite a bit of money there. Right, I shall send you to be repaired. Of course, we do own, like, half of the world, maybe? Well, not quite that much. I don't actually own most of Africa, do I? I own part of Africa. But most of it, no. Pretty much I own all of Europe, though. But yes, we are actually out of time now. But we at least managed to take a decent chunk in here in Oklahoma. And, yeah, things are looking pretty good. So, if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also, got the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.